What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we are checking out Paramore. Now, I saw Paramore a long time ago when I was in high school. So it was like 2006, 2007, something like that. It was a very long time ago. And I really loved the first two albums, and then I didn't listen to them pretty much anymore after that. No particular reason. Sometimes you do that with bands. You're like super into them, and then you just kind of like don't listen to them. So that happened to me with this band. I've heard, obviously like some of the hits as they've come and go. Hayley Williams with her solo career. I definitely checked that out. I thought it was really wonderful. So cool to hear her switch up those styles. But having said that, there is a large chunk of their discography, actually most of their discography, that I've just never even listened to. My wife really likes Paramore, so she jams them on a regular basis, but yeah, I don't know a ton of their music apart from those first couple. So I'm going to first give a huge shout out to Noah on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. We are going to be checking out apparently this very epic performance from them. This is going to be Let the Flames Begin / Part 2 from Reading Festival 2014. 500,000 views from this. I don't think I know either one of these songs. Maybe when we listen to it, I will. But at the moment, I don't think I know either one of these. I'm pretty excited about this. When I saw Paramore, they were so young. And it was like crazy hair Hayley days. I mean, she's kind of always like got some crazy hair going on. But this was like, that Emergency track was out, which was like such a banger. It was definitely a different time. It was very scene, right? Very scene. So 2014, I don't think they were still on that wave, but we'll see. Let's do it. Oh, wait. I do know this song. Oh, yeah. God, her fucking vocals are so good. I have fucking goosebumps from hearing her switch that note up. Oh my God. She has such good energy without even having to do anything. So one thing else, I believe that I saw that she had the flu while she was performing this. So think about like the impact that takes on your body anyways. Like if you're sick with the flu, like that's usually the one that like keeps you down. Like you try, like I've had the flu before, and like when I wasn't symptomatic anymore, trying to go to the gym and stuff, you fucking like nothing works and everything hurts and you're dying. So channel that and now play this huge festival. And even though, again, Hayley's got this ability where like, even when she's not like running around the stage and like jumping around and stuff, she brings so much power. She does so much through her vocals, especially when she can do those intentional voice cracks. Literally one of my favorite things ever. So fucking cool. Oh, fuck. God damn. Such an underrated vocalist. Holy fuck. She's iconic. You ever watch one of these videos and you just want to be there like fucking stage diving so bad? Fuck. Can I just say that this is such a leap, like leaps and bounds bigger than when I saw them. Like this is a whole new fucking band at this point, you know, being that 7 or 8 year gap from when I saw them. Like just to see that kind of growth and like going from this small ass venue to this huge like fucking festival, and then like look at where their career is now. Like they're just such massive artists. It's so fucking cool to watch. So cool. There's something about a repetitive guitar riff that like you could just build so much out of that. Oh, there she is. Yeah. God damn. The fucking energy is so high. Okay, one, I actually didn't know that they had any sort of like religious like connections at all. I guess I've never picked that up in their music before. Interesting. But I gotta say that, I'm not into that stuff, right? But I will say that the emotion that Haley is giving just right here, again, you don't have to believe it. You can believe it. You can, do whatever you want. But when someone is like really about it, when like the emotion comes out in this form, right? So yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go. That fucking note. Holy shit. Also, can I just say, I was a huge fan. I know that probably not everybody was. I was a huge fan of Haley getting that mainstream success doing songs with like B.O.B. and Eminem and things like that. Because I always felt that even in the early days of Paramore, she was a vocalist that was much bigger than the genre she was doing. And though she stayed true to her roots in and, you know, still to this day being with Paramore, it's just amazing just to know that like Lightyear, she could go wherever she wanted to go in music, but always keeping that little bit of an alternative look, an alternative eye to the music is something that was really incredible to see when it ended up in mainstream. I feel like that boosted even more of the success of Paramore. And then when they did their like more pop styled album, I feel like the numbers were through the roof. And a lot of that comes down to the reality that you've got this incredibly talented vocalist who loves, you know, all things like punk and rock and metal and pop and all of that. And when you start fusing all those things together, and then taking that and kind of running with it in music, the possibilities are endless. And she is one of the musicians that I think that, I mean, look at her solo career. She could do no wrong when it comes to music because of just the way that she kind of thinks outside the box, no matter what genre it is. So yeah, just wanted to point out that like she's a super underrated vocalist, because I think people sometimes fail to look past just Paramore and just look at the career that she has done. She also just fucking crushes it in Paramore as well. So, I mean, you heard those like aggressive vocals? God damn. They actually put on like a crazy show. Holy fuck. I don't even know why I have chills. I have no idea why. What?
So let your glory and mercy shine.
These are some of the craziest vocals I've ever heard from her.
What a shame we all remain such fragile, broken things. Beauty half betrayed, butterflies that puncture instead that are dark and missing. Deep in the heart, where once was blazing light now is a tiny spark. Oh, glory, come and find me. Come and find me dancing in the songs I'll find out every song and all of your hearts to tell. You find me fighting on my own in a world outside I didn't want, and all of your hearts until you come from me.
Dude, her in those high ranges with that harmony going on in the back, she's just fucking on top of it. I have a whole new appreciation right now for this band, even from a musical perspective. Like, their energy is on a whole nother level. And it helps when she hits that high raspy voice. It just fucking takes everything to a whole new level. Woo! God damn. Dude, they create the most dramatic atmosphere, and it really does just aids so much in the performance. It's magical. This is fucking so sick. Those fucking drum fills, god damn.
If you let me, I will catch fire. To let your glory and mercy shine.
Fuck. What? It just ended like that? Oh my god. Okay. We need to talk about this because I saw a lot here. One, yeah, I actually didn't know that Paramore like had anything religious in their music. I did not know that that was even something that they were aligned with. Interesting to learn. Like I said, everyone, you know, you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. I just totally never thought, I never heard that out of their music. So very interesting. I gotta say that first off, huge difference from when I saw this band. Okay. There was nothing like this. So to me, immediately blown away. You know, this band, I feel like just based on these two songs, well, I think that like middle one is actually like another song. It's kind of like three songs, maybe. This band puts on such an incredible show for it being, you know, you're at this festival. Here's the thing. I've seen so many bands at festivals. I've seen bands everywhere. And, you know, sometimes like I'm totally down with the band that just gets up there, they set up and they just play. That's it. You go to a little bit bigger of a tour and there's a little bit more of a production aspect, right? So I remember the first couple times I saw the band A Day to Remember, it was just like a shit show, shitty coffee venue, like not much going on. And then like they put out the Homesick album, right? Yeah, the Homesick album. And I saw them after that and they had like this crazy stage presence. There's lighting, they're throwing beach balls out. It was a whole different vibe. I often feel like bands and even fans don't always understand like that visual element and just how much it aids in a performance. So you take a band like Paramore right now, honestly, they could have played in a fucking fluorescent lit room and I think that the impact would have been there, especially with Hayley's vocals. You know, her having the flu, that's one thing. Energy levels are down, not for Hayley. They are up. I feel like whatever was going on with her flu aided in vocals and some of the like best vocals I've heard from her. Some of that rasp, like as she hit those higher notes, like I'm fucking into it. This band also bringing so much energy in their performance, even, down to the instrumentation. Like a band that is more of this alternative style, this rock, this pop punk, pop rock sort of vibe. You have to bring that energy when you play, because even though the music would sound the same, it's not as impactful if you just stand there. I think this band does a really great job of bringing that in. And again, whenever all those guitars go in to hit the chorus, to have like the energy of Haley come to life in that moment, her range go to a higher note, it kind of really elevates the room so much. So again, all those things with fluorescent lighting would have been fine. However, take this to the next level. So you've got Haley struggling with being sick. Obviously she's emotional as she's singing these songs as well. That connection between those things, that connection and chemistry with the band members, all of those things coming to life on stage. You see Haley just like visibly going through it, as far as like losing, down on her knees, like all these things, like all these different emotions that you're going to go through when you're doing a performance like this. Now, all of those things have already set the stage for something that's going to be incredible. But this is where like really good like stage production and lighting and visual effects really go hand in hand with music. The fact that this light show and all these moments can help to intensify that emotion, intensify the performance, create such a memorable moment. I imagine this is bookmarked as a very like iconic moment in Paramore's history. Even just me watching this, and I've heard the first song before. I didn't know the second song. Even just me watching this, I could walk away being like, that's probably one of their best performances ever. There's something that feels larger than life kind of on this stage right here. And the fact that you could feel the passion and you could see the passion and the visuals that really aided in that, while at the same time, again, the chemistry of the band and then putting that energy out, you've got this just like perfect like setup for an amazing performance and a chance to really let your feelings out and utilize music as your therapy in that moment. I feel like watching this, or if somebody's never heard Paramore before, I would love to actually show them this video first, even though I feel like you could pick just about anything out of their discography to introduce someone to this band. I think this is a really great example of why this band is so popular and why they're so good. You've got amazing musicians here. Just like if you're paying attention to some of the moments when Haley's not singing, like some of the transition moments, the feedback that this band is creating on stage, again, building up that anticipation throughout that first track, even with the transitions, that very repetitive guitar riff executed perfectly every time builds momentum, builds anticipation, builds up this very, again, explosive moment. I think that this is what I would show people. And honestly, I think that more people should watch this, because I do feel like there is something magical happening here. And this is the kind of stuff that when I think about a band and I think about memorable moments of their careers, every band has that, this or that time they did this, but like every band's got that one show or like that handful of shows that were life-changing and life-altering. This is definitely that. Definitely. I feel like, just to talk about Haley for a second, I feel like she is somebody that I'm so glad to have grown up the same time that she did, and being at Warped Tour and all those things. Like, I feel that she did something really important for the genre, and not just not just because Paramore is super successful, but at the time that Paramore like really started like coming out and like, playing and releasing these tracks and all that stuff, it was still a time in music where I feel like masculinity was in a really weird place. Like, I feel like when women were in bands, fronting bands, playing in bands, it really wasn't that normal. I mean, there were plenty of bands that I was listening to growing up. I think of Walls of Jericho immediately. I really love the band Tsunami Bomb. The Distillers is one of my favorite bands of all time. But like, there was still this kind of like weird period where there weren't a lot of bands that had, you know, women singing or women playing bass or all those things. And if you would go to places like Warped Tour, it was kind of like dude fest. Like all the bands were all dudes usually. And, you know, you, give or take, like you'd have, you know, like other bands that were there that would have female members, but it just wasn't the norm. I feel like the success that Paramore had was really, really big when it came to this era of music, and not even the acceptance. It's bullshit that it has to even be acceptance, but sort of normalizing and also showing that like, hey, girls, y'all can be in this too. This is not just boys fun. I think that was a really important thing. I feel like every genre has had those moments. And again, just because we can sit here and name a couple bands that had women in them doesn't mean that like everything's fine, right? Like if you go to Warped Tour and like 90 of the bands are all dudes and then like 2 bands have women in them, that's not statistically what you want to see. But every genre has had these moments. Punk had it, hardcore's had it, like metal's had it. There's like all these moments where that's kind of happened. And I feel like when Haley and Paramore happened and, you know, the energy was high, everybody wanted to see this band. That was a huge inspiration to a lot of people that wanted to get into bands, that wanted to play in bands, that gave them something to see that this is not just a bunch of dudes music. Like men do not run this, men do not own this. We share this collectively together. That's important. Like regardless of anything else that happened in history with that, I feel like that's really important. And so I always think of Haley as like being a really essential and critical milestone in the history of that sort of like Warped Tour, alt rock, pop sort of like scape. Like I feel like her impact is just incredible. So regardless of where Paramore goes in life and what they do, those formative years for them and where they started gaining that popularity, in my opinion, had a much bigger impact than just the music, though the music was fucking killer. So Noah, thank you so much for requesting this video. This was incredible to say the least. I actually did not expect it to be this high intensity and this high energy, and I'm really stoked to have checked this out. I hope you guys liked today's video. Let me know in the comment section, what am I missing from Paramore's discography? Because after watching this, I feel a little bit more inspired to want to go listen to more Paramore now. I'm just going to picture Haley, no matter what song it is, even Crush, Crush, Crush. I'm going to picture Haley going off like she did in this. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.